Hello and welcome to Westberks Gaming. James here today. I'm doing an unboxing of the Tanks Skirmish game from Gale Force 9. This is a game that I love. Personally, I think this is a fantastic game. It's a very budget friendly game as well. I'm just going to move the camera back slightly. Yeah, very budget friendly game. I mean, the blisters that you get come like this, and you get cards and a tank and everything else, and they're about £7, which is fantastic, or £4 if you can find them elsewhere. So it's a 2-player starter set. I'll show you the outside of the box. So this is the front of the box. I think this retails at £18, so the starter box is again very affordable. Games are usually around about half an hour. So yeah, let's open it up and see what's inside. So upon opening, we have the damage deck. So for those of you that play X-Wing, you'll find this very familiar. It uses a damage deck with critical hits and everything else, just like X-Wing. There's also upgrade cards and then the tank cards as well. So get some dice and then the sprues that you get. So this is the Panther or Jagdpanther. You can build it as either or. It looks a bit green on the screen, but it is like a sandy colour. But these models are basically the same. They are the Flames of War plastic kits, which are really good. They're really finely detailed kits as well. So this sprue makes either the Jagdpanther or the Panther. So that's that one. Then you also get two American Shermans. So these can either be built as the Sherman 75s or the Sherman 76s. The starter box recommends that you build them as 275s, but it's up to you personally. I think there's a couple of points difference between the two tanks, but you get two of these sprues. You get both turrets, luckily, which is really handy. So if you do want to make a 75 and a 76, all you got to do is build the hull, build both turrets, and as long as you use a magnet rather than the actual plastic pin in here, then you can actually make both tanks out of the one kit, which is really handy. Unlike this, where you have to do a bit of magnetisation, you can magnetise the top plate and then you can have either the Jagdpanther or the Panther, which is really handy as well. But at the cost that they are, I personally don't believe that you should even bother magnetising, because they're so cheap that you can just buy another one. So also in the box, you get your rulebook. This is a really well laid out rulebook. I'll put the scenery to one side. So it's a really well laid out rulebook. I think it's 27 pages, of which some of those are building guides, missions. There you go, there's the building pages. So that shows you how to build the models, the different missions, and then basically it shows you how to play and everything else. So again, it's very similar. This is very similar to X-Wing. So basically it's X-Wing but World War II with just tanks. So it gives you a brief history on some of the tanks. Then it shows you what everything means on the card. So this is what the tank card looks like, which is really good. So basically it's like X-Wing again: initiative, firepower, how many saving dice it throws, and then that's your hull. These are the different tokens. So these are movement tokens. So you get this movement arrow, which I will show you in a minute in this lot, which that's how far tanks can move, and some can move 3 arrows, some can move 2. I think everything can move 2 unless it's a heavy tank, where I think they can only move 1, but I might be wrong there. But then you got upgrade cards. So you get special character cards as well. So in this box you get Michael Whitman. He is a very well-known German tank ace. There's a story about him destroying something like 7 Shermans on one road, all on his own. They didn't know what was happening. So, and then it just goes through how to play the game, which is very simple. The rules are pretty like idiot proof, so to speak. I really like it. It's a really good game. Showing you some sneak peeks of like the Cromwells and everything else. So yeah, it's a really fun game. As I say, you should go and pick up a set, because you can play it anywhere. You can play it on a coffee table. I mean, you only need like a 2x2 square with a bit of scenery in the middle, which you do get in the box. Quickly go through the damage deck. So again, similar to X-Wing, you get like lucky hit. So this card does 2 damage. Again, 2 damage. These are a bit stuck together. Just quickly. So, but then you get like damaged engines and damaged optics. So you lose 2 firepower. So your tank loses 2 shots. Busted tracks. So this tank cannot move. So if you get this, but it is repairable, which is great. So basically, at the start of your command phase, you can roll to see if your tanks will repair or not, which is really cool. So you still take the damage and you keep the damage, but you can repair it so that you can move and things like that. I mean, there's some nasty ones in here. I'm trying to find it, where you get like it's 3 damage, which is really, really harsh and it hurts. So there you go. Ammo explosion. Discard all ammo upgrade cards from this tank. +1 damage for each card discarded. So this has the potential to do 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. That is nasty. That is probably one of the nastiest cards in the deck if you run a lot of ammo cards. So just quickly, get my scalpel and open up this pack. So these are the upgrade cards. So aggressive commander, +1 initiative in the shooting phase. So what happens is when you play the game, the lowest initiative tank, going from 1 to 10, moves first, but then the highest initiative tank shoots first. So again, similar to X-Wing, lowest initiative moves first, like vice versa. So you get like loader upgrades, so you get +1 initiative again, and then there's all different ammo upgrades and everything else. All these cost points as well. So normally a game's about 100 points, so a tank is normally between 12 and I think 40 points, or maybe more at the minute. So yeah, this is like the American named. I think there's another one in here somewhere. Yeah, Baby Richards. This tank may move at 0 initiative, so he can move first, and then he gets to, you don't count the extra movement, which is really, really cool. So, and then there's Groundhog Wheeler, which is another really good card, but there's more upgrade cards in there, so you get quite a few of those. And then we move on to the tank cards. So let me just unstick these from each other, because they're brand new and they're all laminated. As always, the cards all stick together slightly. I should have done this before I started recording, really, shouldn't I? So currently, as it stands, there are Americans, Germans, British, and Soviets in this starter set, or in the actual game itself. So the cards, these are the basic cards that you get in the starter set. So you get a Panther, you get a Jagdpanther, you get a Stug G, a Panzer IV, a Sherman 75mm. You get 2 of those cards actually, because you get 2 tanks in this box, and then again 2 76mm Shermans, a Pershing, a Super Pershing, which is really good, but it's really expensive. It's 46 points for that. So you think you're playing a 100-point game, you can run 2 Super Pershings with 1 or 2 upgrades, and that is it. Then we come on to the Swarms, the Soviet T-34, T-34-85, which is a fantastic tank. I mean, 100-point list, take 5 of those bare bones. It's really cool. SU-85, SU-100, ISU-122. Get 2 of those in there, I know. ISU-152, the IS-2, the IS-85, the Comet, the Cromwell, which is one of my favourites. This is my favourite tank of all time. If anyone's seen the meme that I posted, I'll try and I'll put it in here. Leroy Tankins, Sherman Firefly, and then the Sherman 5. So currently I think there's around 36 tanks available for this game. I also spoke to the guys at Battlefront at Salute. They're on about bringing out a modern version of this, so this will use some of the models from Team Yankee, and he said as well there's going to be some new like tanks coming out as well for it. So this is the scenery that you get. So this is a woodland. The beauty about this game is area terrain is awesome. So let me just grab a tank from somewhere and I will show you exactly what I mean. So pop this out. So this is here. This tank is here. he is not in cover. You put him here, he is in cover. So he's being shot at by a -1. Well, he gets +1 defense dice, which is really great. So yeah, it's a really simple game. You'll see in the rules. So you get 2 woodlands. These are the damage tokens, so you put by your tank. So they're all the 1s. I think you get 1s, 2s, 3s, and 5s. You get 4 buildings. You don't need to buy any 3D scenery. You can just play this game using these buildings as well. So there's more damage tokens. These are the movement tokens that let you know how far the tank has moved. You get some objective tokens. And then here is the second woodland with the 2 movement arrows as well. So I'll quickly pop one of these out. So again, X-Wing is like a template, which is really cool. The card ones are really good, but they do make plastic upgrades. Then these are just markers to put by your tank card, and then put one of these markers by your tank so you can identify which tank is which. So that's a really cool idea. Luckily, I've been playing this game a long time. I'm just trying to find them. Oh, here we go. So I bought these ages ago. They're not available anymore, but I'm going to try and get someone else I know to make these. These are really great. I shouldn't really show these because everyone's going to want them now, but it holds your cards, so you can put that in there. You can put your upgrade cards in there as well. So it's like kind of like a console for all your tank and upgrade cards. These are really handy to have. So if anybody wants to make some, and I will buy them from you. So yeah, that's pretty much what you get in the box. You've seen the tank cards, you've seen the upgrade cards, the rules. I really recommend this game. It's so affordable. If you've got young kids as well, or you want to get your kids into wargaming, everybody loves World War II. It's really budget friendly. So, I mean, I think you can buy the entire range currently. If you bought one of everything, it's about £147, like UK pounds. So, I can't think of any other game where you can buy everything that they stock for that gaming system and it be under £1,000. I mean, your average 40k army now is around £300-400 for a decent sized army. Heresy armies, again, more expensive. I play both. Yeah. But yeah, everybody, check out tanks. Hopefully we're going to be covering it on this channel. If I just pan the camera up, you can see that I am working on loads and loads of scenery at the minute for this game, which is going to be fun. Making some walkways and things like that. So yeah, there'll be more and more unboxings as I go. I'm going to unbox every single tank that I have. And yeah, myself, Matt and Will are definitely going to be playing this, and I've got some friends as well local to me that want to play as well, so we're going to be doing some battle reports and things. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. There is the Westberks Gaming Instagram, and then there's also my own personal Instagram, which is Westberks Gamer James, which is yeah, it's really easy to find. Just search for it on Instagram and you'll find it. There is also the Facebook community group, Westberks Community Group. Check that out on Facebook. Add us in there, or we'll add you in there. And you can see what we're all working on. It's majority me posting up at the minute because I'm working on so much stuff, so I'm just chucking up everything I'm working on. And yeah, but guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later, and happy wargaming. Bye.